Are you relaxed too, baby? Would you lose your turd? Hello, outlaw, sissy. Lady. Really, it just gave me a... It just gave me a notification that I'm live. That's awesome. Good job, YouTube. First on that one. Hello, Shane, Christy, Linda, Jason, Pam. How's everybody doing tonight? Whew, man, maybe I should have built a fire. Got out today. I tried the old GoPro on Bailey, and spent most of the time out there looking for my camera. I haven't even looked over what she did. Basically, whenever I put it on her, she went and did her little sliding thing down the hill, then went and laid down until I left. And I thought, well, maybe if I get going, she'll move around and I just try to click or something. I figured she'd move around, maybe catch something. So I went and started cutting wood out of the trail. I figured the battery was dead on the GoPro, so I hollered at Bailey. She came over and it was gone. So I took like I don't know, 4, maybe 5 videos of me looking for the GoPro cam, and I decided to upload the last one because I am totally shocked that I found it. Because where I put it on her was close to a mile away, and I walked it twice, drove up it twice, up and down it twice. Finally went back, and I thought, well, I haven't checked over in this area, and it was the same area where I found the stuffed bear that time. So I could not believe I found it. It was crazy. And other sightings happened today. I did get another trail cleared out. No, I haven't even checked it yet. The battery's completely dead on it. And to be honest, I got home, I don't know, I guess about 6. Cooked some pork chops out here on the grill. Made some soup beans and pork chops and biscuits on the grill the cat is now on. Ate that, went inside, was watching some videos while I ate that, and took a nap. I just got up about 30 minutes ago. I actually thought that video didn't download because I couldn't find it, and I started uploading it again. And got to looking, and people had already made comments on it, so I don't know. Crazy. YouTube is getting crazy. Another thing, if anybody's got any experience with the FLIR Scout, the little pocket-sized one, excuse me. I'm thinking about getting one of them. I've been looking through. You can get one off Amazon for, I guess, right at $500 after taxes and all that. So definitely would like to get one before this spring, before camping season anyway. I've got my little night vision thing, and it does good for me, but the other one uses heat signatures. So I'm thinking that would be better in the woods anyway. But man, $500, that's a lot. But hey. Yeah, I took a nap, man. I hear that's what the old folks do, so I tried it. Yeah, I feel a little bit better now. You may want to restart your computer or something. I don't know, I'm getting a pretty good signal right now. Woke up this morning to an inch of snow on the ground. It got close to 50 degrees today. It all melted off pretty quick, and the creek is up. Hey, Jeremy, I haven't seen you on here in a while. Hello, Matt. Yeah, I don't know if anything's going on out here or not. Yeah, I mean, I got up early. I didn't get up till about 8 o'clock, but that's early for me where I work second shift. I usually don't get up till about 10. And after eating pork chops, man, soup, beans, and biscuits, and walking, I don't know, probably 6 miles a day looking for this stupid Camry, I was a little bit tired, so yeah, I took me a nap. Yeah, they have come down a lot on them. That one's from Amazon. I don't know. I guess I might go ahead and try to order it. I might do it tonight. I don't know. Before I talk myself out of it. Because I like to go out at night. And like I said, my one camera does good, but that it only works like if there's no obstruction. You know, if I filmed a booger in the thick of things, then it's not gonna be a very good. Not gonna be a very good look. Which that one don't film anyway, but I still won't get a very good look. Which I'm not complaining about it. I have used it out in the field quite a few times. And a few times before I had it, I wish I would have had it. Because I had them close. Yeah, I don't take very many naps. But I took one today. It's my day off. I'm tired. I'm gonna take me a nap. Got a little bit of the stuff cleared off the porch today and moved around, and worked a little bit on my remodeling this morning. Waiting on the snow to melt. I mean, I just did not want to get out in the snow. I'm so done with winter. You know, which I like winter better than I do summer, I guess. But both of them get old after a while. It just ain't no fun out there walking around at 90 degrees. And the humidity's just so bad around here. Ugh. Terrible. Terrible. Hello, Michael. Hello, Justin. Mowing grass. That's another thing I don't like about summer. I guess, man, really, mowing grass don't bother me too much, but it gets old at the end. You know, seasons are fine, they're just a little bit too long. Like I said, we had an inch of snow on the ground today, and then it was close to 50 degrees this evening. And that's typical spring weather. One of the biggest snows I ever seen was in April here. We got over 4 foot, I think, that year. 95, maybe 96, something like that. Yeah, that's how it is here. And it just, I don't know, the last couple of years, it just seems like that's all it ever wants to do is rain. There goes a car. Yeah, don't get me wrong, I don't mind mowing either, but I've got a lot of mowing to do here. And I've got a lot of other stuff to do that has to be done in the warm weather. Me too. Oh man, I can't wait for them mushrooms. I actually cleared out underneath my apple trees out here, so I won't have to look as hard in the leaves. I found a couple of good spots too. Yeah, you can't put the cutting off. If you do, it doubles your work if that stuff gets too high. Why does that light keep going off for? Surely that's not picking me up back here. Let me move my sensor back around. It didn't used to do that. It lights up to the yard pretty good. I don't know how well y'all can tell on here. Probably not very good. You can see the flagpole. Yeah, it's at least 2 months away from here. I think the ground temperature has to get around 50 degrees at night. And yeah, we're pretty far off. At least till the end of April. That's what I like to hear. Volunteers come down and cut the grass. Yeah, I cut, I got the bottom, I got to cut up there too. And now my dear old dad, he's got it in his head that we're going to start baling hay from the bottom. And he went and bought one of them round hay balers. And now he's looking for a tractor to pull it with. And he got the cutters and all that. But the upper side of the bottom, it's another thing the logging company stuck us with. They've stopped up the ditches. Now it stays soggy. Got the soggy bottom up there. So we'll have to fix that. Y'all watch your ears. I'm going to try to call, see if we can get anything stirred up. At least let them know I'm out here. I better set my coffee down for this. Alright, coughs are coming back too. Watch your ears. I just honestly don't think that, like I was out today on the west side of the property and never had the first vocal or anything from far off or whatever. So I honestly don't think they're right here in this area. And like I said, they've got a big range and they've been gone for a few days now anyway. So I'll let out a call, let them know I'm out here and wanting to come over and sit a spell. It's too early. It's too early. Y'all know everything, don't you? Let me tell you something. Back in the summer, on the weekends, just as soon as it would get dark, and a lot of times at dusk, most of the times at dusk, is whenever they would really get active. That's whenever, before I started all this. Well, after it too. Heck, even last year, I would sit on this porch, and as it get dusk, stuff would start happening. So it's not too early. What you're all thinking is, whenever I get home from work, usually 10:30, something like that, at the latest. And usually it takes them 30 minutes to an hour to get here. So I'm going to, I'll let them know that I'm out here now. I mean, they're not on a set schedule. I wish they was. Oh, that'd be great. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they don't go by the time changes. I wish we didn't. That's ridiculous. But anyway, yeah, they just, you know, I think a lot of their schedule depends on the deer feeding schedules too. I honestly do. And that's from watching the game coming in late. You know, a lot of times whenever I see deer out in the bottoms whenever I come home, and I'm pretty sure they don't have watches. Pretty sure about that one. Yeah, I guess, well, we lose like an hour tonight. I mean, that's just, it's ridiculous. I could kind of see it back in the day, but even back then, I mean, what's the big deal? Leave it alone. It's not bothering anybody, man. Lord, especially in the wintertime, it's depressing as all get out whenever it falls back and it gets dark earlier and all that, which, you know, we lose light, we're gaining it now. Yeah, well, I mean, they did it for the farmers and whatnot, or for, you know, so people wouldn't have to burn their candle. What kind of sense does that make for today? It's ridiculous. Yeah, I've got a suggestion. Don't use cornmeal on molly moochers. You know what I'm saying? You know, all you need is a little bit of butter. Fry them up in butter. You don't need cornmeal. I never use cornmeal on molly moochers. That kind of covers up the good stuff. But to each his own. Yeah, I bet they do hate it. You know what? Hunters hate it too. Why they need to just get rid of it? It's ridiculous. You know, I don't like it being, you know, for deer season, and it's always the weekend before rifle season starts here. So I got to crawl out of bed an hour earlier to beat the sun up to the top of the mountain. It's just ridiculous. There's no need for it nowadays. I don't think anybody likes it. Does anybody like daylight savings time? I mean, honestly. Leeks are good. I noticed some wild onions were coming up here too. I did a video on that. And I've got leeks. We call them ramps here. But I've got those over in my little garden. I don't know. It takes me a few days to get adjusted to the time changes, especially the one in the wintertime. And then just, oh Lord, that last hour of work, I'm ready to go to sleep. Tonight I'll probably be up all night for taking I guess I got about at least a 40-minute nap in today. That was cool. Pickled leeks are great. I tell you what, them leeks, they're good on anything, basically. You can take and cut them up and put them in boiled corn. Oh, man, that's good. And actually, I think it stimulates your appetite, too. Now, I might not be sure about it, but... Hello, Snow White. You got many Snow Whites there? Good night. We love you. Even though you won't hang out with us. She's got her little granddaughter there. She's cute as a button. Looks just like Angie. It's her clone, I think. Do they not, really? Arizona doesn't change times. Well, why would you? I mean, it's ridiculous. Well, I mean, I think, what they say about the farmers. And I think it had to do with, people to save them money on their oil lanterns and candles and stuff like that was another thing. But the farmers, let's see, I don't know how it would benefit them, but I guess basically anything the government does, they may have good intentions. I kind of doubt that, but they usually screw stuff up. Yeah, definitely better for you than McDonald's. You'd have a rough go at it now. I was looking today for things that would be edible. There's some old mushrooms and stuff that I would never touch, but who knows, a booger might eat something like, oh, I just thought of something. I went and checked my stand, the one that I put up for the experiment. I did find a Dr. Pepper can there that wasn't there before. I would have definitely noticed that. And it's been bleached out by the sun or whatever. And the leaves underneath of it weren't down, and the whole can was bleached. So it hadn't been laying on its side. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of I've got all this recorded too. On top of my tree stand seat, I seen some deer poop, and I think I've said something like, well, nothing's been here except for maybe this deer. Well, there was a piece of deer poop that, it actually looked like it might have been picked up and placed there because it's kind of squooshed looking. And I don't know if birds or squirrels or chipmunks or anything like that, I guess it's possible. I meant to look that up, but, there can't be too much nutrients left in deer poop, which I don't know. Bailey seems to enjoy it. But anyway, I thought it kind of strange. I've never seen that. I found it kind of strange. It was on my tree stand, which brought me back to the whenever I used to put the peanut butter jars out there. And probably a lot of y'all haven't heard this story, so I'll tell it. And I no longer feed, definitely for sure don't feed peanut butter. They could have an allergic reaction or anything like that to it. Oh, Mountie, they don't need our help in no way. But whenever I first had an inkling that, Bigfoot might be real and may live on my farm, and, I talked to a couple different people and was told about peanut butter and all that, which is just terrible advice to give somebody. I don't even, especially peanut butter in a jar. Think about it. A raccoon or maybe a possum or something like that could possibly get the lid off of a jar. And, just look up on YouTube animals with their heads stuck in a jar. And, you talk about a sad death. That critter could either suffocate or definitely starve to death. They can't get the jar off their head. But anyway, I put it out there without thinking about any of that. Thought, well, it'd be neat if something did get the peanut butter and see what happens, because I wedged it down in the tree and I had the lid on pretty tight. It's a brand new jar of peanut butter. And I had it wedged down in the crook of a tree to where it'd take a lot to get it out there. Well, I came back up there a few days later. The peanut butter jar was sitting on the bottom step of my tree stand. That was 10 yards from it. And this is where I found the first X, and I put the peanut butter jar in the tree that the X was built on. The X was put up like a week after I put my tree stand up. But anyway, the peanut butter jar was sitting on the bottom step of my tree stand, upright, in the upright position with the lid still on it, with maybe a quarter of the peanut butter left in the bottom of the jar. And it looked like either it had like dirt and stuff down in it. It looked like either something used a stick or its finger to dip the peanut butter out of the jar. And that tripped me out. That really tripped me out. I mean, a raccoon's not going to do that. They're not going to put the lid back on. Yeah, I mean, that's another reason I can't. Yeah, they was poking the peanut butter with a stick. But that's another reason I don't like the litter. I mean, it could really, stuff like that, a critter will get in there, try to get that peanut butter and get the jar stuck on its head. And I mean, that's sad. It really is. For a coon or something to basically starve to death because it can't get its head out of the jar. And I'm glad I got the jar out of there. Well, I mean, sticks are handy tools. You don't want to go. You don't want to poke certain things with your finger. You know what I'm saying? I'll leave it at that. But you might want to find out what's inside of those certain things. I think I hear him. I'm going to do another holler because I think I hear him. I think they're coming from outside my holler. Hang on, I'm going to do a holler. Watch your ears. The creek's a little bit loud again tonight from the snow and the melt off. I mainly do the vocal now. I mean, in the beginning, I could trick them. I mainly do it now to let them know I'm here. If I get a response, that'd be cool. But to let them know I'm out here, ready to play. Just like I used to do knocks here. I used to be able to get responses from them here. But one thing it has taught me is if I go into another area, I know what calls I can do to get a response, or, I kind of figure out some knock patterns. I don't know if anybody knows anything about knocks, but you rarely hear more than 3. Holy crap, what was that? I ain't got a flashlight or nothing. I just seen some eyes out there. Hang on, guys. Let me go get my light, because oh my God, I got the chills. It ain't happened in a while. Oh, here's my night vision, even better. Oh my God, I got the chills. There was 2 eyeballs down there at the, I don't know if did anybody see it? My camera should have been pointing close to it anyway. It was down there past the whale, like down there where the water rigs are. Where's my camera at? I got it on the other side, didn't I? Right in there's where I seen it at. Man, that was bright too. 2 of them. Oh, Pearl's here. Don't you worry about that. Forgot the flashlight. I think it's laying in my beside the door from earlier. It'd be nice to have the flu right now. It was right in there. And it was moving too. That was way too far off the ground to be a coyote or anything. I'm gonna look through my eyeballs for a second. Man, that gave me the chills. Those were huge. I don't see nothing. I bet they're right back there in them reeds, though. It could have been in the creek. A lot of the times they use the creek to come up here. Did you see the eye shine on here? Oh, did you hear that? In a return, there's two of them here at least. Hang on, guys. I'm going to go in for a second and get my light just in case. I just heard a click from where I seen the eye shine, and then a return click up there right around where the tree fell the other night. Be right back. Also, the cat and Bailey are in the box. Well, the cat's out now. I won't be able to see the comments for a few minutes, guys. We'll talk to them. I'd love for them to answer me while I'm out here. Na, Leo, Aishi. Na, Leo, stay in ma. You right? Mabishi. Mabishi, stay in ma. Aishi. Either the one has moved up here on the hillside to the left, or there's three here now. Wish I built a fire now. It's kind of cooled off. The heck y'all talking about now? Really, guys, flat Earth. Can you make a noise? Can you throw something? Stay, Ema. Make a noise. I hear something further away too. Woo, 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 woo. It's not a dog. I don't know if that's picking up or not. They fired up the Air Force. Nali, oh, Aishi. We'll try to walk in, y'all, see if anything happens. I think they're just sitting there watching me now. Give me a minute and I'll be on in the chat. Man, I really wish they'd answer me while I was out here. I'm gonna turn this chat off, darken the screen a bit. Actually, I'm gonna move this over away from the stream too. Hey, Ima, na Leo, na Leo, Aishi. Okay, Ilo. Oh, I see. Hang on, guys. I'll get my chat back on. Yeah, I'm getting ready to start this one over, so whatever with the trolls. I want to keep it short just so they'd be easier to find. So I will be right back just as soon as I can stop this one and start another one. Y'all come back.